Hey guys, I got so many video requests from some of you on how to improve yourself in different areas of your life. For example, health, fitness, grooming, and style. But you know what? Your personality is a lot more important than these outward things. Let's be honest here. Style, fitness, grooming, all of these things are very important. But your character is a lot more important. Because usually guys go and they're like, oh man, I need to wear this shirt or that shoes, or I need to style my hair this way, then people will like me more. But they forget, people focus a lot more on your personality. That's why they don't like you or why they might like you. Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Are you self-aware? Do you have emotional intelligence? Do you know how you make people feel in certain situations? You know, it's one of the ugliest things when you see a guy dressed in the best clothes, with the best style, looking fit and healthy, but then he's not self-aware. He doesn't even realize that he is disrespectful, boastful, and that he walks over people. You know that guy? Don't be that guy. You know, there's this very old, cool book full of wisdom. It's a few thousand years old. And, humans never change. It's still the same. So the truth, the wisdom in that book is still the same today. And it says this: for if anyone thinks he is something, when he is nothing, he deceives himself. Do you know this book? It is called the Bible. Now, how do you improve your self-awareness? I'm going to give you 5 important tips that you can focus on to be more self-aware. Number 1, be honest with yourself, brutally honest. You know, a lot of people go through life and they are in denial about a lot of things, including who they really are. Edward Literal said, the easiest person to deceive is one's own self. You know, I think a lot of people are confused when they think about who they really are. They confuse their ideal self, who they want to be, with their real self, with the reality. They are not objectively honest with themselves when it comes to their weaknesses, strengths, emotions, and their characteristics. Learn to examine yourself honestly. You need to learn what triggers you, what makes you happy, what motivates you, what makes it hard for you to talk to certain people, with what personalities do they have that clash with yours, and what might make you act in certain ways that will cause conflict with other people. Stephen Covey said, self-awareness is our capacity to stand apart from ourselves and examine our thinking, our motives, our history, our scripts, our actions, and our habits and tendencies. Try to look at yourself objectively and ask yourself this question: who am I really? Write down all your weaknesses and then start to improve them. Here's a few examples. Ask yourself, do I really listen to people when they talk to me? Do I interrupt people when they speak? Is it more important for me to always be right in a disagreement, even though the relationship will take long-lasting damage? Do I get angry quickly? Do I let my emotions control me, or do I control my emotions? Do I really have good manners, like eating with my mouth closed? Or is it possible that people will feel disgusted when I talk to them with food in my mouth? Do I always say thank you if someone is trying to help me? Or do I just forget because I don't care? Do I just care about what I say to people? Or is the way I say things just as important? Do I really have good reasons for not doing things? Or am I just lazy and I'm just making excuses? And do I do things to other people that I don't want to be done to myself? Now, this list can go on and on and on. You can make your own list, but you need to be honest with yourself. That's the only way that you can understand yourself better and to make the appropriate changes in yourself. You know that old book? It says this: the purpose in a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Do new things. To understand yourself better, a good idea is to go for new things, new experiences, to put yourself in positions that you're not used to get out of that comfort zone and to experience the unknown. Why? Well, to get just know yourself and how you will handle different situations that you've never been in before. Focus on things like, how did I really feel at that moment? How did I think? How did I act in that situation? If you always just stay in your comfort zone, then you never change and you kind of get stuck and you can't see yourself as you really are anymore, because you and the situation that you're always in is just so predictable. So it means you can't have a different perspective on yourself anymore, because you're just stuck in your comfort zones, stuck in life. Ask a good and honest friend. You might try to be objective when you examine yourself, but to be honest, you won't be able to fully do it because we are all biased and you won't look at yourself objectively. And that is why you need a good and honest friend, because they can see the things we say, the things we do from an outside perspective. They see the things about us that we normally can't see ourselves or even realize. You know, the brutal honesty, the truth of a friend might hurt at times, but it is only the truth that can set you free. And a good friend is someone who tells you the truth, even when you don't want to hear it, because it hurts. You know, we as humans can only grow, only change if we truly become vulnerable to really face the truth as it is about ourselves. So ask a good, honest friend to tell you more about who you really are, about the things that you do that you are not aware of. Start to really care. If you don't really care about other people, you'll give little attention to the way that you treat them. You kind of just act out of habit, without pausing and thinking about what you're actually doing, what you're actually saying, and how you're actually saying it to them. Meaning you act without being self-aware. Not because you can't be self-aware, but just because you're not focused on it. You're just focused on just acting out of habit. Warren Buffett said, "Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." Force yourself to change. Self-awareness is very important because it is about ultimately knowing yourself. It is the key to unlocking yourself, to self-mastery. It's about knowing yourself better, understanding your own flaws and your faults. And it's not about, oh, now that I can see all my mistakes and all the things that I do wrong, oh, I'm not worth anything. Then you just sit in one place and you kind of moan and you're just sad. No, don't be like one of those people. It's not going to help you at all. It's about identifying those things about yourself, taking responsibility for it, and then changing it for the better. Self-awareness is ultimately knowing yourself better. To take a look at yourself and see, all right, what do I need to change here? These things, right, I need to change these, and these things, all right, I need to improve this area of my life here. Stephen Covey said, in our personal lives, if we do not develop our own self-awareness and become responsible for first creations, we empower other people and circumstances to shape our lives by default. It is time to stop making excuses, to stop blaming other people, to stop blaming other situations. It's time to take a hard look in the mirror and to take responsibility, to become self-aware. Why? Because if you don't do it, you'll never grow. You'll be stuck in life. And remember, life is short, so don't waste yours. If you want more self-improvement tips, start with communication, watch these videos here, and I'll see you there. Cheers, guys.